Hi there, and welcome to this week's Nasty Nelson podcast, brought to you by Pickleball News Asia. And this week, in between my slightly sore throat, I am going to speak to you about some of the announcement videos for the 5 major paddle sponsorship deals that have been announced over the New Year period, and what we think about those announcement videos. But before I get into that, if you like what we do and you'd like to help us spread the word a little wider and further, please do like this video and subscribe to our channel. It helps a lot, and of course, it's always really appreciated. But with that, let's get into this week's subject. So we know that there's been a few announcements about people or players, professional players, getting new paddle sponsorship deals. We spoke about Leigh Waters last week. So the 5 ones that seem to have got the most publicity would be Rachel Rohrabacher, Leigh Waters herself, Oncins, Dekel Bar, and Chris Haworth. Those are the ones where there's been announcements about new paddle sponsorship deals that they've done. What we wanted to do this week was look at the promotional videos that each one of those companies made to announce the arrival of their new star player. And to see whether or not we like the videos and whether we think they could have done better. So I'll go through them from 5, as in the least favorite, through to the one that we like best. And we're talking not about the deal itself, we're just talking about how they announced it on their Instas or TikToks or YouTubes, or however they chose to announce it with their promotional videos. So the number 5, the one that we like the least, was the announcement of that was put out by 11/6/24 about Dekel Bar joining them. And let's show you that video first. Spotlight bold and in color. Get tuned in to my aura. Feel that boom supernova. Can't compete with my solar. Spotlight bold and in color. Get tuned in to my aura. Feel that boom supernova. Okay, so why didn't I like this one? Mainly because it really just didn't say anything. It's kind of fairly cheesy shots of Dekel Bar, less interesting than actually seeing him playing. He mentions his name in a caption and then says absolutely nothing. So we have no idea what paddle he's using, why he's joined them. And the footage is kind of fairly, could have been stock footage. So there was just nothing exciting about it at all. And our video editor, Ikwan, who's looking at me right now, really didn't like the fact that they used a blue caption at the end, which you could hardly read, but that's an aesthetic. I guess that's a designer's view. But so it was kind of like, there's just really nothing there. It didn't really excite me about the brand or anything else. So unfortunately, I didn't like that one. So next, coming in at number 4, was actually, I'm going to say it's Leigh, with her announcement of her Franklin deal. So let me show you the video and then I'll tell you why I didn't like it so much.
No, one day I'm gonna shine bright, diving deep to reach a new height. Ooh.
Yeah, so obviously the production value of that announcement video was much better than the last one. In fact, of all the ones that we have that we're going to show you, the production value is by far the best, but it's just really quite boring. Considering it's like meant to be the biggest news, the biggest sponsorship deal, other than just saying, hey, we've bagged a big fish, it doesn't really tell us anything. And what's really disappointing about it is yes, they kind of made it like a movie intro or something, but there's none of her personality in it. And most importantly for me, it doesn't give me any real idea or understanding of why. Why did she join Faculty? So we just have nothing. So it just kind of states it, and it doesn't really get me very excited about it. I think they could have really tried to be a lot more creative and a lot more exciting, given how such a big deal it was. You would have thought that they would find a way to say more even in the 30 seconds they've got. So very disappointed with that one. So now on to the next one. And that one for number 3. So that was actually we'll call it my third favourite. And that will be the Eric Oncins announcement. So let's take a look at that video now.
Some paths take you further than you expect, but the ones that matter always bring you back. I kept learning, I kept building, and now I'm ready for what's next. Same passion, new chapter.
So what I like about this one, the reason why I put it above the other two so far, is at least his personality is on it. So, they've taken pictures of him when he was young. We can see that there's a little bit of a story there. We can associate with him more, and I realize that, this is something he's been doing for a long time. They've also used his voice on it, which is good. So he's actually speaking about the fact that he's engaging with Engage. But I don't know if it's me and my old deaf ears, but, checking with Ikwan, the other side of the camera, he also has the same problem. We can't hear everything he's saying in it. So if you're going to say something, at least make it clear. So that's a bit frustrating, but overall, at least you feel like he's giving something to the video, and it's not just a bunch of stock footage or footage that could just be used for stock video. He's actually putting some of his personality into it, and it is nice. For me, it's just always interesting seeing someone, even you see them, pictures of them as kids playing tennis or pickleball. In his case, he started with tennis. So that's why that one just inspired me a little bit more, made me more interested, dragged me in to want to understand more about the partnership and what he's doing with Engage. So that was our number 3. So now I'll move to the number 2. And let's have a look at the video first. And again, I'll give you why I put it in as my second favourite. And that one is Chris Haworth. So let's take a look at his video.
I'm Chris Haworth. I came into pickleball with one goal: to get better every day. I'm grateful for all the people that pushed me and the ones who believe in me. Luz is one of those teams.
So, interestingly, that particular video may be the lowest production quality of all of the ones that I'm going to go through. But why do I like it? It's engaging. It's engaging because he's been very, very clear. He talks about who he is, why he came into pickleball, and why he's partnering with Luz, and it's clear, easy to understand. You still get the shots of him playing like you see in some of the other ones, but at least we now have a little bit of story that we can associate with and understand. And it's simple, but it's actually quite compelling. You don't need many reasons for why you do something, but one clear reason helps. And of course, as Ikwan pointed out to me, they have very clear subtitles as well, so that not only can you hear him, but it's reinforced with the visual subtitle of what he's saying. So even though it's interesting that it's such a low production video, we do see him play. It is interesting to see him play, but we come away with very clear insight into who he is, why he's into pickleball, and why he joined Luz. So that's exactly what you want from it. And it makes me more supportive of it, and makes me kind of like the brand better when they make a message simple and clear like that. So now we get on to the winner, if we want to call it that, and the winning video. for Nasty Nelson podcast for this week is Rachel Rohrabacher. So let's take a look at her video and then I'll explain why.
Friday Pickleball is getting a brand new paddle and its first PPA player. Her name is Rachel Rohrabacher, and the paddle is... Gosh, don't film me, film her. She'll be playing with a first-of-its-kind Gen 3 paddle that... Okay, what are you, a ball machine? Just the Fever 102, that was shin bone, is out now. God. Great players demand great gear, and we are so excited to... Can you look how open the court is? Hit it somewhere else. Just follow her, make it stop.
Yeah, so obviously, for me anyway, this played to my sense of humor. So one, the video itself is entertaining. Because of the humor, and that's in keeping with the way that Friday Pickleball do things. But where I think it's really clever is they have not left aside the fact that they are a fun brand that do a lot of funny videos and things like that, but they've still got the message across at the same time that they're now launching an elite level paddle, and they've managed to bring in one of the world's top players to endorse that paddle. And they make that point in their own typical way. So they're not abandoning their branding, but they are showing that they're getting more serious in terms of the paddles they do. And they've done a really good job with that video of making that point. So if you like the way that they present themselves, that hasn't gone away, and you still have that kind of love for the fun Friday Pickleball, but you also know that they're getting serious with more bleeding edge paddles, and they make the point actually very, very well, but do it in a way that makes us laugh and engage and draws us into kind of like liking Rachel as well, because she's kind of part of the fun, but she's still obviously a top pickleball player, and wouldn't have joined them if she didn't believe the paddle could help her play. So our award, not that I think it bothers Friday Pickleball too much, but nevertheless we're still going to award them the best announcement video for all of the top sponsorship deals that were announced over the last few days. And we'll look out hopefully for more interesting, fun videos for them in the future. But with that, hope you enjoyed our little run through of these announcement videos. And if you agree, disagree, or even can spot other videos that we missed that you think should be alerted in the notes section, please do put a comment on them. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed this week's episode, please do like and also subscribe to the channel. As we said before, we appreciate it lots, and it helps us get that message just that little bit wider. Until next week, thanks for joining us.